Alright friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B. So today we are in a little bit different setting. We actually decided to come to the beach today. It is gorgeous and beautiful outside. We have been enjoying the water. I'm gonna let you guys kind of check it out and just see the beauty that is happening. So, you know, sometimes it's not just about being in the garden. Sometimes we just need relaxation and just connecting and getting, you know, back to Mother Earth. And there's many ways and shapes and forms that can occur. And this is one of them. Taking your shoes off, grounding yourself, getting in the ocean, getting those beautiful minerals on you, and just taking it easy and, you know, just finding time for yourself is really important this day and age. There are so many crazy things that are just happening in our world, and every single day it seems like something is new on the news, and it can be a little intimidating, and we don't want to live in fear. You know, you still want to live your life, and you still want to make the connections where we need to be making the connections to reduce that stress. Remember, at the end of all this, I am in the mental health field, so everything that we're doing leads up to something greater. So, you know, it's about, you know, like I said, connecting and, you know, eating good food. It's a holistic approach that we need to be taking to better ourselves. There is my nephew Liam. He is getting ready to skip board. To be young again, friends. At almost 50, I'd love to be that young. So friends, well, this is not going to be a long video. This is just a video about taking time for yourself and really just connecting. So until next time, friends, love one another, be kind, and I can't wait to see you guys back in the garden. Good morning, friends. All right, so we went to the beach yesterday. As you can see, I got really sunburned. It was hot. And so this is your bonus, not bonus. It is the next morning. This is why gardening never stops, friends. And I know y'all love to see the gardening content. Because that's what my nephew said. He's like, you're just going to show the beach, no garden? I'm like, no, dude, we'll do some garden. So we are back out this morning. Like I said, gardening never ends for us. The grapes are still like rolling in. It covers this whole section, that section over there, and then the top. So we are filling a second container full of grapes. Look at that. I'm putting them on the ladder because I'm having to climb up the ladder to get to these grapes. I mean, they're just gorgeous. Like I said, what you do with grapes is, for me, because we juice them, these skins are really kind of tough and they have seeds, and so they're a little more difficult to get through. And so what I end up doing is I obviously wash them off, and then you freeze them. That's what I do, is I freeze them. Then I pull them back out of the freezer, basically let them thaw, and then I have a pressing machine, and so I actually press them, and then that's how we get our juice. And then we fill containers. Now I don't just drink it like concentrated. I actually end up adding some water to it. They're super sweet. Like I've said before, they taste like Bubblicious gum, and so they're really good. As you can see, we're starting to get some damage on the leaves here, so we definitely are starting to see some pests come into the garden in this area. But one of the other things that I'm really kind of excited about is my blue butterfly pea flower. This is a really good heat tolerant plant. They are starting to come back on their own. I have one coming through here, and then one down there. You can see a little bit of it right there starting to come back. But so today we are going to be picking these grapes. They are not all ready, and that's kind of the downside to it. You see how they kind of have this like bronzy color. I know we talked about them, but compared to these are super bright and green, and then these are very like kind of bronzed out. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these bronzed color ones, and that's when you know they're ready. They have a little bit of give to them. There's some right here that we are pulling in. But yeah, see, like there's a nice cluster back here. Do you see how they're a different shade? That is what I'm looking for. These are all, yeah, you can feel them. They get kind of like squishy. So we're gonna be this morning picking grapes. My fiance had to go down and get our jet ski because our jet ski had something wrong with it, so he had to go get it fixed. It had a recall or something on it, so he is down doing that. But I mean, friends, there are just so many grapes. I do not think you guys understand the full perspective of the grapes, like just running this entire area. Now, another thing I'm really excited about right here, you can see, thank the Lord, papayas are really good at self-seeding and coming back here for me. And so we are starting to get papayas in. My other tree out over where papaya forest used to be is coming back. I have a tiny papaya right there amongst the weeds. I got to get in here and weed. There's one there, so I'm going to be having that there. These are some like black-eyed peas coming in. You can see a ginger back here. we're always growing, and that's what I said, like, oh yeah, look at that nice cluster. Dang, that looks good. That's what I'm saying. This whole trellis is just loaded, my whole swing area, and then it goes over there to where we have like an outdoor little shower. And then the bananas are doing good. Speaking of bananas, let's go check out my bananas. All right, friends, look at that. That's gonna be a nice rack of bananas right there. So my other set of bananas over here died. I showed my brother, they just kind of fell out and rotted. I don't know what happened, but that is just a beautiful rack right there coming in. It looks like we're gonna have quite a few bananas. So I'm praying that the Lord blesses us and we get plenty of beautiful bananas coming in. And as you can see here, we have, this is a sweet potato, Tennessee sweet potato squash. This is one of my most favorite squashes to grow. There's my rosemary. It's kind of starting to just take over. I gotta trim it back and dry it, but it's starting to take over, and I don't mind. I really don't. I really want to get some fresh Tennessee sweet potato squash in, so that's going to be good for us. I've got some okras over there in the back. I need to pick those. Those are very heat tolerant, so if you want to get something that's heat tolerant, get you some okra. And then for just the beauty of the garden, we have pink plumeria that are coming in. They're absolutely gorgeous this time of year, so, and they smell gorgeous. I have several plumerias around here. Honestly, most of them pretty much died in this last frost that we had, but yeah, I have yellow, red, I have the pink, and then I have a white one with like a yellow stripe in the middle of it. But over here you can see we're getting like weeded out, but I told my fiance he's gonna have to be careful when he comes over here and weeds. But you can see back there, there's another Tennessee sweet potato squash running the whole side of the fence there. And then I don't know if you can tell, but it's running back here and then all the way around our shed area and then coming around here to the front. So that's what I'm saying. I try to plant stuff anywhere that I can plant it. Oh, the other thing we gotta grab today is, I need to come back over here. Like, y'all see, I have this whole trellis of grapes that I have to get through today and check each one of them. There is no easy way around checking these grapes. It's definitely like, you literally manually have to go one by one. But you know what? It's so worth it when it's said and done, because you're not going to get anything like this at the store, that's for sure. Yeah, they're just beautiful. I gotta get this. Look at this mess. This used to be a walkway, And now my beauty berries are starting to come in too. The beauty berries. And then I've got to trim these grapevines back. Like, you can see there's new little grapes actually coming in right there. That's what I'm saying. It's so hard for me to trim because I can see more growth happening. And then of course here's the papaya in the mix of it. I've showed you guys that before, but this is like way ready. We let it go longer than it should have. So we're gonna go ahead and take this pineapple today too. So there you go. Look at that beautiful pineapple. I'm gonna take this top, cut it, and then we're gonna replant it. So look at that. All right, friends, the other thing I wanted to show you is we have plenty of aloe growing. Aloe is really important, especially here in Florida. We drink the aloe drinks and we use it obviously on our skin because we get too much sun sometimes. So here is our aloe. I have plenty of it growing throughout the yard in so many different places. That's the pool noodle that I keep over here so it doesn't blow around. But yeah, aloe is great for when you are a little bit burned. What I do is I strip the aloe down with a potato peeler and basically just get the meat of the aloe. I let that aloe soak in water. I do a 3 water changing. So I let it soak for a few hours after I've stripped it down and you just have the meat. You're setting that into water and then I dump that water out and then I put new water in it, let it soak for another 2 or 3 hours, dump it, and then I do a 3rd soaking, and that soaking usually lasts overnight. I'm gonna dump that back out and then I feel like that aloe is ready to actually consume. Now you do your own research as with anything that I say. This is just what we do here. And so I take that aloe, let it sit overnight, do that, you know, dumping again, and then the next day, so within a 24-hour period, the next day what I do is I put it in water that I'm gonna drink, so like the Zephyr Hills water or whatever instead of my tap water. And then you can take an immersion blender and just blend it up, and I choose to drink that aloe. I get it nice and cold in the refrigerator and just I do half aloe water and then half regular just water, and then I personally internally just drink that. It helps the skin, it nourishes. Like I said, you do your own research. That is one way to do it. Some people think it's a little choky and thick and kind of slimy. It does have a very ochre-y type texture to it, that slimy kind of texture, but it's really good for that internal processing. And it's good for the gut too. I mean, do your own research. Now, personally, I would never put aloe just straight up in, because it can have a laxative effect, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants diarrhea and being sick to their stomach. So, yeah, so that's one way to do it. And then we've also been doing, with the hydrating piece of it, I've been doing watermelon, lime. If you have key limes, throw some key limes in there because the key limes are alkaline. We have watermelon, key lime, and then I've been doing some ginger and just pressing, juicing that with my juicer, and that has been really wonderful too for hydration. During the summer when we're having these really high temperatures, those are things that you guys need to be thinking about, especially here in Florida, is staying hydrated. That's one of the things that I didn't really do yesterday when we were at the beach. I just didn't drink enough and I got myself kind of sick, so we left the beach a little earlier than I had expected. We were gonna go out to eat with my parents and the kids, but I started to not feel good. And it's because literally the entire car ride home, my Traverse was reading 100 degrees. It was extremely hot, and we were out there for at least 5 hours, 4.5, 5 hours in the water in the sun, and we never really went in. We weren't drinking, we were in the water just floating around. I don't know if you guys can kind of see where my bathing suit was. You can see the discoloration. So, stay hydrated. Don't do what I did. Make sure you're taking all those things, and if you do get yourself in the position that I'm in, know that there's ways to hydrate yourself back, get that nutrients back in your system. And that's probably one of the reasons why I was tolerating it a little more, because the day before I even went to the beach, I was doing the watermelon, and I was doing, oh, and the other thing was my friend Dawn gave us the mango, and so I had been eating on mango too. So, you know, mango is really good for the body, and we had made mango pops for the kids and stuff. So I just took full fat coconut milk and some mangoes, threw it in a blender and stuck it in some pops for the kids, like, you know, so that they would have it. But I ended up eating some. So that's another thing, like, the more nature you're getting into your body, the more natural, the more things that you are growing and just enjoying from the garden, the better your body is going to be, and the more that it can be resilient to the things going on, the free radicals and all the craziness in the world, you know. So friends, I could talk to y'all forever. I just enjoy talking and just mingling and being a part of nature and being one with nature, and I strongly encourage that for each and every one of you. So you got a little bit of beach in this video, and then now you are getting the goodness. We're getting the grapes. Probably when I go to press those grapes, I'll show you what that looks like, but I still have a little bit of work to do, and we still have quite a bit of grapes to bring in before that process is even going to occur, because I'm not going to pull out the machine until, it's a manual machine, by the way. I'm not going to pull that until I really get all these grapes down and in. So it's probably going to be at least another week or two before all these grapes start turning. But they'll be in the freezer. They'll be waiting on us. And so that'll be our next video, probably is going to be when these grapes are ready. But who knows? Because sometimes things pop up in the garden. Like, I didn't really think I was going to be doing a lot of content just because it's just been so hot. And I really have to come out here in the mornings, because when I can, and that's usually on the weekends because I'm obviously working, before I can start picking this stuff and getting my grapes and stuff, because I have to come out here when it's still cool, because I'm, as I tell my fiance, I'm office-fied. I work in an office for so long, and then I come home and work, and so yeah, it's just, you know, friends, this heat. Keep yourselves healthy. All right, friends, so until next time, love one another, be kind, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel and what we do, and yeah, I will see you guys soon.